day, welcome to our presentation, which the main objective is we have got an assignment, you have got a test in your desktop or from a USB or from your PC, and you want to take it to your IQ platform where you can get the real-time feedback, how to configure it in accordance with the software and actually administer the test. So this is what I'll be answering and taking you through from. So just follow precisely with me. Basically, you just have to locate the icon of the IQ interactive platform. Just double click there, and while it's still loading, you'll be presented with a dashboard page that says enter class or general screen. So the general stream here, I just need to emphasize, this could be the classes that you'll have actually created. So for in this point, I haven't created any class, so I'll just enter any general class. Hence we see the temporal class, which means we are on a general stream with a number of learners, probably let's say in a school level. But I'll show you precisely how to create a class of your own. So if it's 20 students, we create a class of 20 students, and then you want to administer your test and you get the real-time feedback, and there afterwards you also get what the results. So let's just enter on temporal class, then wait for it to load. What is very key about the IQ interactive platform is that immediately you get to the platform, it gives you certain directives. For example, this IQ icon here, the first one, it works as your menu bar icon. If you want to exit, if you want to save the template or your new test or whatsoever that you would have been doing, so that is actually the icon that you will be using mostly. And then we have got a home icon that you'll be using to interact between the preparing and the teaching. So in the preparing, that's when I prepare my test, and then from the teaching, that's when I begin to engage as a teacher and with the students. So how will I be engaging? I'll be engaging using a what? An IQ clicker. And therefore, ladies and gentlemen, let us go to preparing. Why are we on a preparing mode? On a preparing mode, we want to take an assignment, a task that I have been prepared. Probably it's a Word document, or probably it's a PDF format. So what I'll do is that I've got this icon next to the home icon, which is the desktop icon. I just click there so that it takes me to my desktop of my PC or my IQ interactive board. As you can see from my IQ interactive board, I've got quite a number of questions that I have. So for instance, this is actually my question paper that I have on my desktop. So I want to transfer this certain question to my IQ interactive platform so that I can actually administer the test. So what will I do? I'll simply do this. I will copy my question, just make it bigger. So yes, click there, I copy my question, then I return to my IQ, and then I look for a text presented with T. So once I click there, which means I'm activating on my box, then I paste it over there. Let's make it a bit bigger. Just make it a bit bigger. And there I've got my font right there. I can actually increase the size. So between which two integers does so and so lie? Okay. Okay, now I want to add probably an economics question or any question that I have on my computer. I just go to my desktop icon, I click there, I go to my file explorer, to my documents, I've got my economics right there. Just double tap to open, and I look for a question that I can copy to the IQ interactive platform. Oh, wonderful. So let me just copy this 1.6. Okay, let's see. Okay, I copy, go back to my IQ interactive platform, and I'm looking for a T, which is a text, and I paste there. That is my question, so I can be able to enlarge and actually make it bigger, depending on the font. So what is very key here is that I have to use the answers. Now my answers are from the IQ interactive platform, in a sense that I have to edit them. So what do? Let me go back to my IQ desktop, to my question. Let me copy my A. Just a second. Copy my A. Okay. Just for demonstration purposes, go back to my IQ. Just use the keyboard. I'm gonna just say A there, and I will paste. That will be my A. I need my B. Tap my B. Go back to my IQ. I pick my B. Go back. And I paste. Okay. Moving right along. I need my C. So depending on the number of questions, depending on the number of multiple choice answers that I need. So that's how I will select my answers. So I've got a C there. The next one should be the D. I put my D right over there. Just a second. Go to my IQ, I copy my D. Okay, right. Okay, here is my question. Now, at the back of my mind, I should already be having an answer to this question. But now, what I need to do is that I need to set the answer for this question and make it a question form into the IQ interactive platform. I cannot just take it as it is and paste it as it is. I need to reconfigure it to the system. So this is what I do. I just click on top of the question. I go to the box right over there where it says topic. I click where it says topic. And then what am I looking for? This is a multiple choice question. I click where it says multiple choice question. Then I say insert a question. Already you see some changes on my question that I've created. There it is. So, and then it says not set the answer, which means I need to set the answer. But bear with me that if I go down there where it says option number, there are 4 options, which means it's A, B, C, D. So if I had only A, B, C, it was only going to be 3 options. But now I need to select out of these answers which one is my correct answer. In this case, I'll say it's D. I'll select D. And then the score allocation there is the mark allocation. Maybe let's give it a 2. And then coming down to the time there is time in seconds, which means it's 30 seconds. So let me just probably increase it to 45. Okay, there we go. Then my question is saved. So as my question is saved, now I can't do another question on this slide. I have to go down there where I see a plus, then I put a plus, which means I'm coming to slide number 2. And I need to create one more question. Now this is what I do. I go back to my questions. Let's look for probably a true and a false question. Okay, let me take the statement. I will edit it and make it a true or false answer. So I'm going to go and activate my T right over there. and I paste, and I fix. So I'm going to cancel that and put an answer there that best suit this statement, because I want to create a true or false question. So let me say my answer is average right there, because I want to create a true or false question. So what I'm going to do is paste. Okay, so this is a true or false question. A true or false question is a statement. So now I need to set this statement into true or false question. Then I click on top of it. I go back to topic right over there. I click on it, and then I select true or false. Then I insert. Already, that's the question on its own. So what do I need to do right now? Correct and wrong. Correct means true, wrong means false. So I'll select this as a false, and then I'll give it a 1 mark. And then seconds, 20 seconds. I don't think this can take more than 30 seconds just to answer the question. So that's what I'll do. I'll probably go to slide number 3. But what do I do now? Maybe I want to look for I want to look for a question that has got a diagram. So what do I do? This is what I do. I look for a tool that is called snipping tool. I'm sure most of us are familiar with the snipping tool. I just click on the snipping tool, and then I go where it says new. So already this software comes loaded in your PC. Then I snip, identify the person in the picture below, and I snip my tool, and I save as, capture, and I save it on the desktop, and I save. So this is what I do. I'll need to go back to my IQ interactive platform. Go to my IQ, go to my tools, go to my computer. I want to insert the snip that I snipped, then I say insert, then I close, then it is there. Now what I need to do, I have to activate my T, put it right there at the bottom, and I go to my question again, which is on my desktop. Okay, where is Mr. President? Where is Mr. President? Where is Mr. President? What could be my question? Okay, identify the person in the picture below. Okay, let me activate my T right there. Already it's a question form. So my A will be say, no, that can be Kabelo. It's Kabelo. Okay, whatever the reason may be. B, you could say, that could be what? Do. I see, that could be what? Mandela. And my D, that could be serum. Amaposa. Okay, perfect. Right. Okay. Now I need to set this question. I go back to the topic, multiple choice answer. Insert the question and select the answer, which will be in this case D. 1 mark, 45 seconds, and a save. Okay, now that I've created my question and my task, I need to save. I need to do what? I need to save. Just a second. I need to save. So how do I save my test? I go to IQ, I go to say save as, we say save on the desktop, and there let me just say training, and I save. It's saved. Then I can exit the platform. Okay, now this was yesterday night. I was on a preparing stage. So today is a new day, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. I'm in the class. I want to administer the test. So this is what I do. Already my test is saved on my desktop, but there's something that I haven't done on my desktop. I'm going to a new school tomorrow. I need to create a class. I need to know how many number of learners am I going to be administering the test to, where is it located. So this is what I'm going to do again. I'll open my IQ interactive platform. Now I need to set a class that tomorrow I'll be administering the test to. So I enter on a general class, enter on a temporal class, because I still don't have a specific class. So this is the class that I want to go and create now. Maybe it's a economics class. We have got about 3 children. So I'm going to be taking you through the class setting. How do I do that? So I click on my home page icon. I go where it says class settings. Class setting. I click where it says class setting, and already it brings me this page. Remember, I'm on a temporary class, but I need to add a new class. So what do? I say add class name. I'm going to activate my keyboard. Okay, that will be economics. I never did economics. Okay, nomics. Okay, let's just say it's grade 11. Okay, then I serve. So depending as a teacher, you can make your own remarks. Okay, I serve. Already my economics class is there. Remember, I entered on a temporary class, but now I'm on economics. So now I need to add students that will be attending this very same class tomorrow. So I go where it says economics. So immediately when I enter into economics, it gives me a new page on my far right where I can actually add the students. So I go where it says add. Remember, now this is when I need to use our clickers. So what am I adding now? I'm adding my students. So which means right here, I've got 3 students that are with me. So in these 3 students, I've got student numbers, that is student number 6, student number 3, and student number 1. So this is something that you need to make sure that is very correct. You need to make sure that your clickers are set on the system. For example, seat number 1, I'll give it to student number, probably say student number 1. But because here I have number 1, hence I'm adding student number 1. This is the first student that I'm adding. This student number is 001. So I will come here where it says student ID. I will type 001. And then the name, I'll just say hashtag 1, because I don't know the number, I don't know the name of the person, male or female. I can just say a male. Male is not necessary. And the groups, that's whereby you select maybe high flying risk learners, then you group them. But in this case, group 1, which means the entire class. So I'll save. So immediately, which means I've added clicker number 1, who becomes student number 1. So I've got another clicker, and this clicker is, this student number is 003, which means I'm going to add another student, and this time around, which means the student will be in seat number what? 3. The student number will be 003. And then the name, let me just say hashtag 1. hashtag 3, I meant to say, then I say save. Okay, I still have another child. This child is student number 6. What do? I go to seat number, I just write what? 6. Student number, I write, I type 006. And I go to my name, I will type hashtag 6. Then I will save. Because I have got 3 clickers, I'll only be administering the test that I created only to 3 learners. Then I save. So automatically when I save here, which means the class has been saved, which means I created a class of economics grade 11 that has got 3 students. So if I was a clever teacher, I will write that this is student number 6 on my clickers, so that I don't have to switch it on every time to see. Okay, so which means it's saved. So now I need to go out completely out of the IQ interactive platform. I exit. Then I look for my test that I initially have what? Created. So this is what I'll do. My test is saved already where? On my desktop. Now I don't have to go to the IQ Clicker platform. I can just go to the training. Remember, the training is the very same test that I created before. I'll double click on it and then it should take me to the IQ interactive platform. So I enter class. I want you to be very cognizant and very observant here. So when I enter class, now I've got another class which is no longer a temporal class. It's now an economics grade 11 class, the one that I just created. So I just click on it. Automatically it should take me to the IQ interactive platform of 3 students of that certain class that I created, and to the very same test that I created that I would like to administer. Boom, we are here on our very same test assignment that I've created before. So how do I administer the test now? I need to make sure that I'm on a teaching mode. So I go to my home icon, I click teaching. Boom. When I see this circle over here, it simply tells me that I have created what? A teaching mode. Now if you can see here, if you can look over here, it says oral response. Oral response, which means it's a verbal response, but I don't need a verbal response. What I need is a testing response. So how do I activate it? I just click on my question and boom, already the testing response is activated. And it also shows me the timeline that is needed, the period that is needed for this specific test to be administered. So what I need to do, I need to hand over my clickers, 3 clickers to my 3 students so that they can answer. But in this case, I'll be the 3 students that will be able to answer this very same question. Okay, my clickers are on. So what will happen is that this very same question will be projected on the board, but the answering part, the multiple choice, will be appearing on their screen. So this is what is happening. I just need to click play. So I'm answering right now. Multiple choice, let me say B. Okay, it shows responded 1. Next one, let me just see. Correct. The other one, let me just say D. Correct. Okay. So it shows that responded 3, which means I was able to multitask. I was able to be 3 students in one. But in this case, there will be 3 students that will be answering. So in this case, it already tells us that 3 have responded. So you'll be able to monitor that as a teacher to say how many have responded out of the class that you have created. So if it's 20 learners, you see only 3 have responded and others didn't respond, which means other ones, they probably were having troubles in answering. So how do I get the result? When the time elapses, it already shows me the answer there, right at the top corner there, that the answer is. Okay, great. You're probably asking yourself, how can you find your results? How can you find your results? So it's very easy. So what you need to go on this circle. If you move your cursor around, it says show results. and then these are the results. Okay, out of 3 learners, 1 typed D, C, and B. As you can see, so it's from the summary states and the detailed statistics. So okay, moving right along, I'll go to my next question, which is a true or false question, and I need to answer it using the iClicker as well. Okay, so what I'll do is that I'll start. So, okay, so, yes, so, yes, so, yes. Unfortunately, no one answered. It's only seat number 1. Okay, let's check what went wrong. I need to click on my answer and then I start again. So this is what I'll do. Start. True or false? Yes. True. True or false? No. False. True or false? False. Oh, we all answered. Let's see that. Let's see the states. Let's see the results. Just need to move my cursor around. Wait for 30 seconds. Okay, time has elapsed. Show results. Okay, here are my 3 students. So 2 answered false, 1 answered yes. As you can see the graph there. Okay, but on detailed states, that's when I'll get the answer. As you can see, 2 answered false and 1 answered incorrectly. So which means 2 got it right. Okay, moving right along, let me go to my 3rd question. Click on my question, changes. Okay, I need to go to my clicker. I'll be a student again, 3 students. So this is my last question on my assignment. Okay, so I say start. Multiple choice, let me just answer C, this one. I put it there. B, this one, I put it there. Then A, this one, I put it there. How many have responded? Okay, great, 3. All right. Just waiting for the time to elapse. So what you can do as well, if students are having troubles with their clickers, you can actually pause. As you can see, the time is paused, so that you give them time allowance to sort out their clickers or to think and answer questions, and then you can actually resume later than that, and then so that you can get accurate results, so that every learner in the class is catered for. Okay, I can see that my class is catching up very fast. We've got 3 learners that have responded. Okay, the answer is show results. Oh, no one got it correct. None of them got it wrong, which means the answer was D. There was none of the students from the 3 answered correct. So that is why our graph does not show any graph. There's no graph actually, because no one got it right. Okay, now what do I do? How do I derive this report? I need to derive this report, the states. So this is what I do. Go to my home icon, I go where it says activity query. Activity query, I need to select the right class. So as you can see on the drop down menu on the class there, I can select there. I need the results for economics. I need the stage, the average. So I select my economics. My economics is selected, is there, right? So there it is. What do? I generate the report. It's loading, it's loading, it's loading, it's loading, it's loading. Okay, perfect. So I want to know my states, my class performance, and I need to know how can I get my test that has been done. How can I preview it, see how it went? So this is what I do. I go to activity query, select the right class. Remember I was on economics. I go there. Oh, perfect. This is my class. I click on it and I generate the report. It's a performance statistics list. So it shows the activity name, the class, the administrator, the average score, which is 5, the subject, the response mode, and activity and everything and so forth. So in a case whereby there are 20 learners, it will be able to make sense. And then now, this is what you can do. You can actually send by email, you can actually print it, and actually you can export it to your documents and actually type the file name. Let me just say report, and actually save it. As you can see, it's saved by this file type. So depending on the type that I want to save with it, I've actually selected the one that is there. It's actually exported successfully. I can print it and save it to my desktop, and I export it to Excel so that I can generate the graph. So ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of the presentation.